Okay, let's solve this. Which are following is graph of minus x is less than 5 and 7 minus 1 over 2x is greater than x plus 1. So all we need to do here is flip this. Minus x is less than 5. You have x is greater than or equal to minus 5, because you divided both sides by negative and then you turn it upside down. So we have 7 minus 1 over 2x is greater than x plus 1. The next thing you do here is to rearrange this. You have 7 minus 1, which is greater than x plus 1 over 2x. Remember, this is same thing as saying 3 over 2x. And then 7 minus 1 is 6. Is greater than 3 over 2x. That's 3 over x. That's 3x over 2. And from there we could do 12, because 12 is greater than 3x, and then x is less than 4, because we flip it around. So if x is less than 4, we'll be looking at this. X is less than 4. Okay, this x is less than 4, and x is greater than or equal to minus 5. These are the two of them that we want to combine into one. And if you combine that into one, you see the two arrows combining is definitely in between here, because from here x is greater than minus 5, but yet it's still less than 4. So this is the answer D. Let's move on to question number 4. If minus 2 is less than n, is less than minus 1, what is the value of 7 plus 1 over 2n rounded to the nearest whole number? If you do that, minus 2 is less than n. If you look at the arrangement between minus 2 and minus 1, see, between minus 2 and minus 1 we're having things such as minus 1.9, minus 1.1. Now let's try to divide that by 2, because it's 7 plus whatever this one. So 1.9, we're going to divide minus 1.9 divided by 2. If you divide that 1.9 divided by 2, you'll be having something such as 1.9, that's about 2 divided by 2 will give you 1. So you're having 7 minus 1. If you round it up, you have 7 minus 1, which is 6. Now what about if it's a 0.5? You have 1.1, because if 1.1 gets in here, you'll be having something like minus 0.6 or minus 0. Something. So when you do that, if you're having that, you'll be having 7 minus 0.6. If you're having 7 minus 0.6, you'll be having something like a 6.4 and 6.3 or something like that, depending on the number you put in here. And that will give you, if you round that up, you still have a 6. So either way, you'll be having 6 as your whole number, nearest whole number. Let's move to the next one. The next one is question number 5 and 6. Which of the following number is not a solution to inequality 1 over 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to 1? So if we could do this in many ways. Just, you can either insert your numbers in. 0 minus 1 is less than 1. Yeah, 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 is less than 1. And if you put 2 here, you have 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And 0 is less than or equal to 1. You put 4 in here, you have 4 over 2. That's 2. That's 4 over 2. Yeah, that's 2 minus 1, which is 1. 1 is equal to 1. So everything here, but if you put 6 in here, it's not going to work. So D is your answer. But how can we do this the other way? If you want to do this, you can put negative into it, so it will be negative 1, negative x over 2 minus 2, negative, that's minus 1 rather, plus 1, sorry, negative 1 over 2 x plus 1. Move plus 1 to the other side, you're having negative 1 over 2x less than or equal to 2. So either way, you still have your answer. If you put a negative, this is how you put a negative. That's 1 over 2x plus 1 is less than or equal to 1. You rearrange that. You rearrange that, you'll be having x will be 0. Less than or equal to 0. Okay, and that's where we get this one. If you put a positive, you leave it positive, you'll be having 1 over 2x is greater than is less than or equal to 2, because you move minus 1 to the other side. And you'll be having x is 4. You'll be having x as 4. So if you look at number 6, which of the following is the compound inequality for the graph above? Which of the following is the compound inequality for the graph above? So we have x is less than minus 2 or 4 is less than or equal to x. We have different options here, but we're just going to look at each of them here. For this, we have minus 2x. Remember, if it is just a circle, it's either less than or greater than, but this is less than because it's going this way. So we have x is less than minus 2. Then for this one, we're having x, since it's going this way, it's greater than or equal to, because of the shaded, equal to 4. So see, now look at this. This 4 is less than, if you flip it, 4 is less than or equal to x. Okay, and x is less than minus 2. So A is the answer. Let's look at number 7. So here we have, if 1 over 4x minus 1 is less than or equal to minus x plus 5, what is the greatest possible value of x? We solve this by multiplying everything by 4. So we have x minus 4 is less than or equal to minus 4x multiplied plus 5. We have plus 20. So x minus 4 is less than or equal to minus 4x plus 20. If you rearrange this, we have x plus 4x is less than or equal to 20. Move minus 4 to the other side, we have 20 plus 4, that's 24. So we have 5x is less than or equal to 24. So if they're asking for the greatest possible value, of x, you see, the equal to, use only the equal to. So x will be equal to, the greatest possible value is x equal to 24 over 5. Since that's the greatest value, since it's less than, the greatest value is 24 over 5. Alright, let's look at question number 8. Question number 8 says, if 3 over 4n minus 2 is less than 1 and n is an integer, what is one possible value of n? Okay, or we could try with the negative, and we try with positive. Okay, the negative form of it is 3n over 4 minus 2, so move it to the other side. That's 2 plus 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have 3n is less than 3 over 4, 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay, so if you move this and if you cut this and this, so n is less than 4. So we have n is less than 4. We'll do it the negative. The negative, we're having minus 3 over 4n. Minus 3 over 4 is n, that's 3n over 4. We put negative here, we have plus 2 is less than 1. Alright, so move that to the other side. We have we'll be having n. Move that to the other side, we have 1. N is let's shift this over here. I'm going to shift this over here. It's all shift it over here and continue something this way. So minus 3n over 4 plus 2 less than 1. We're having minus 3n. Move 2 to the other side, you have minus 1. It's less than minus 1 times 4, that's minus 4. If you divide both sides, you have n should be greater than minus 4 over 3, over minus 3. If you take the minus 4 minus 3 out, negative out, you have n should be greater than 4 over 3. and that's about 1.333. So if n is greater than 1.333 but yet it's still less than 4, that means n should be about 3, 2, things like that, 3 or 2. So one possible value of n is 3 or 2, since it's less than 4 but yet it's greater than 1.333.